Hey there and welcome back. In the last video, you learned what kinds of investments to get based on your goals. In this video, we'll talk about the how so you can start investing.
There are two ways wherein you can start investing in these assets, directly and indirectly. Direct investing is when you personally buy and place your money in the specific investments. Directly investing in money market funds is going to the different banks and scouting the best time deposits available. Directly investing in bonds means you take a look at the available government and corporate bonds and, taking your pick from them. Directly investing in the stock market means you having a broker and hand-picking the companies available in the stock market. Now, direct investing is much more complicated because it will require more time, more skills, and also more money to get started. This is why we'll focus on the indirect method of investing. This is where we hire an expert, a professional, to make the investment decisions for us. These forms of investments are called pooled methods of investing. Pooled methods of investing are where different individuals pool their money together to be invested in a specific asset class, like money market, bonds, or equities. The person who will make the investment decision is called the fund manager. This fund manager is a certified professional and expert whose goal is to manage the investments and make your money grow. Through indirect investing, you'll get two very important advantages. One is you can start for a lower fee for as low as 5,000 pesos. With direct investing, this isn't possible since you'll need a lot more capital in order to buy the investments directly. And number two advantage is you'll get leverage on professional expertise in the market. With direct investing, you will need to develop all the skills and perform all the analysis and etc. But if you just rely on the fund manager, you'll outsource the expertise for this skill. So let's proceed now in discussing the pooled type methods of investing. Currently, there are three products using the pooled methods of investing. They are mutual funds, UITFs, which stands for Unit Investment Trust Funds, and VULs, which stand for Variable Unit Linked Investments. We will discuss each one very briefly.
Mutual funds are offered by investment companies like First Metro Asset Management and PhilEquity, and they are regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. While UITFs are offered by banks like BPI, BDO, and Metrobank.
They are regulated by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP.
So, how do you choose which funds to invest in? Well, there are two websites to take note of. First is pifa.com.ph. Next is uitf.com.ph. These websites list all the funds available for investing and also list the performance of each of the funds. Use pifa.com.ph for the performances of mutual funds, while uitf.com.ph for UITFs. So you can go ahead to those websites and choose which funds are performing well.
What are the differences between a UITF and a mutual fund? In a technical sense, many things in terms of regulations, but from the viewpoint of the consumer, it's essentially the same thing. Pooled funds being managed by an investment professional called the fund manager. The product that has more differences is the VUL. This time, it's being offered by insurance companies and is regulated by the Insurance Commission. And what's unique about it is that it is an insurance with an investment component. At the beginning of a VUL, it is an insurance product wherein you'll be given life insurance for a particular coverage. As the years go by, part of your premiums will be added into an investment component. This is its main selling point. It's an insurance if you die early, then it becomes an investment if you don't. To the newbie investors, this seems like a great deal, but it's actually very expensive. Again, VULs are the most expensive kind of insurance you can get, and they are also the most expensive kind of investment out there, which is why I do not recommend you considering VULs for building wealth at the moment. It will be always cheaper to get term insurance and then invest the rest in UITFs or mutual funds. Yes, insurance agents will hate me for this, but that's the way it is. So, These are the three kinds of pooled funds that you may look into for investing for your future expenses. At this point, let's take a quick review of the investing portion, because I know I've just given you a lot of information and we need to zoom out again to see the big picture. So if we draw everything in a diagram, here's how it would look like. The first thing we talked about are the three kinds of paper assets: money market, bonds, and equities. Then there are two ways of investing in those asset classes: directly and indirectly. The direct method involves individually making the time deposits and buying bonds and buying specific stocks, while indirectly are through the pooled methods of investing. From the pooled methods of investing comes the mutual funds, UITFs, and VULs. Now, here's what will link the pooled funds with the paper assets. A mutual fund, UITF, or VUL that invests in money market instruments are called money market funds. A mutual fund, UITF, or VUL that invests in bonds are called bond funds. Lastly, a mutual fund, UITF, or VUL that invests in equities or the stock market are called equity funds. Now, there's another kind of fund called the balanced fund, and that one invests both in bonds and in equities. You can specify the percentage distribution. Now, take note here that we are now ignoring whether it's a mutual fund, a UITF, or VUL, because that's only the method of investing. The more important aspect is what kind of paper assets the funds are investing in. So, how do you use these four kinds of funds? Again, we relate it back to your financial goals and to your investing horizon. For your short-term expenses, meaning money you'll spend 1 to 2 years from now, place it in a money market fund. Whether it's a mutual fund, UITF, or VUL, that's up to your own preference. For your medium-term expenses, meaning money you'll spend 3 to 5 years from now, put it in a bond fund. Again, whether it's a mutual fund, UITF, or VUL, that's up to you. For your long-term expenses, meaning money you'll use 5 to 10 years from now, you can put it in a balanced fund, which will be a mixture of bonds and equities. Then finally, for your super duper long-term expenses, meaning money you'll use 11 years from now and above, get an equity fund for that one. Remember these guidelines because this will ensure that you maximize your money's worth without putting it in any unnecessary risks. And that finally concludes the skill building needed for accomplishing the third goal in this stage, which is to fund your future expenses. Okay, one more note before we go into the action steps and to the summary of this stage. What you just learned here are just the very basics, and the guidelines I gave you are also based on basic knowledge of insurance and investments. This will give you good results. And for the average person without any savings, insurance, or investments, this is already a significant improvement. But there's more to learn about these topics, and when you do learn them, the guidelines may no longer apply. For instance, people who are very knowledgeable with the stock market don't just use it for long-term investment. They also use it for short-term gains to generate monthly income for them. And they do that with a high level of skill. For VULs, which I just labeled as extremely expensive insurance, are actually good tools for transferring wealth to the next generation because of its tax advantages. My main point here is that what you have right now are guidelines for beginners. Use them as your starting point. But when you learn more and move out of the beginner category, which I hope you will be able to create your own set of guidelines.
Whew! If you marathoned all the videos in the Stage of Independence, by now you're probably a bit overwhelmed with all of the information here. So in the next video, we're going to summarize everything so you know what to prioritize and act on first.